An RFP was just yesterday issued to begin the rebuilding of Plaza de España. And with your permission, it is my plan to raise the Department of Administration building and the Hagatnya lockup. Good idea, Mark. The lockup facility across the street. Let's close that road down and let's rebuild the Palacio.
Governor Eddie Calvo elaborated on the future vision of Guam's capital city of Hagatnya in his second State of the Island address, with plans to restore it as a center for greatness, in particular the restoration of the old legislature building and the rebuilding of the Plaza de España and the Palacio, or Governor's Palace. He also called for Skinner's Plaza to be lined with cafes, shops, and lofts. Guam Preservation Trust Chief Program Officer Joe Quinata says they've already been working behind the scenes to prepare to rehabilitate, restore, or reconstruct these sites, starting with the old legislature.
We conducted structural assessments. We looked at the historic structures reports, recommendations from the historians, as well as the architectural and engineering design work.
Quinata also says the structural assessment and historic structures reports for the Plaza de España are completed. Guam Economic Development Authority Administrator Carl Pangilinan confirms an invitation for bid was also put out for the historic site as a qualification step. With the design work done, he says this isn't just planning, this is reality.
The IFB closes at the end of this month, I believe on the 27th. We anticipate the work to begin as soon as the beginning of second quarter.
Pangilinan adds this is part of the Hagatnya revitalization projects.
This was part of the hotel occupancy tax bonds. So it was one of the projects that were identified. It was basically batched into the overall Hagatnya revitalization and Hagatnya improvement projects.
As for the Palacio, or Governor's Palace, which was destroyed 68 years ago, Quinata says it can be reconstructed. However, much planning and meetings with key historians and officials are needed to bring the governor's office back to its former home. But for now, it hasn't happened yet.
If the Palacio were to be reconstructed, then there has to be some give way to existing buildings, which is specifically the Department of Administration building. So you have the same thing with the landscape around there. That there needs to be some compromise there, and that's really the government's part in getting the bigger picture for that area.
Right.